What's up, MPX addicts, and welcome to the MPX Rehab. I am your host, the hashtag certified Mark J. Williams, here with my co-host, as always,
the voice of the MPX addicts, Kyle Smith. What you do? I did my intro.
No. I'm just noticing that it's going to be a very, very awkward show today because, last week neither of us were there.
Well, I had office Christmas parties. I mean, you saw the snow. It's Christmas.
Yeah,
Snow, not drunk snow. There's
next week we don't have any actual match announcements. We've got appearance announcements. So, not a whole lot to talk about on that one. But we also have to catch up on the week before because, last minute we were kind of like, oh shit.
It's okay. I can talk. I talk a lot, so it'll still be a normal long show.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be perfectly fine. We'll probably actually go overtime considering we're covering, 2 shows and everything like that. But MPX Heat Magnets 2 weeks ago was it was an interesting night, to say the least. Yeah,
it was. It was surprisingly. We always say there's the big four and all that, blah blah blah. But lately, I don't know if it's the new regime or even if you look back last year, MPX has always proven, hey, every week is kind of must see.
Yeah.
Like, it's always exciting, and it's one of those you always got to be there. Like, even last week, hearing what happened and not ideas, but things that happened and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, that sounds like a really good show. And It kind of sucks I missed it.
Yep. And, it's like just starting with the pre-show match, Casey Clay versus Jake Lindsay. With Nick and Red there, of course. It was...
The judge, Jake. It's the judge.
The judge, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not as connected as I used to be, so I was like, I'm dropping things again.
God damn it. We cannot have me be the one to stay on track. It's going to fail miserably.
But, Casey Clay, Jake Lindsay, this was a really good match. Although, it's like I have noticed that there is a waning interest in the pre-show matches.
I don't know if it's necessarily waning interest. I feel this month, even going into last month, the addicts aren't as vocal as they used to be. They're not as loud as they used to be. The crowds are kind of, for all intents and purposes, dead in a way. Mm-hmm. We still have a good crowd. We still have good people. We're still getting kind of packed, but we're not as loud and vocal as we used to be. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's... everyone is kind of just in their own head. Everything's got going on. If it's because I really don't think it's the show. The shows have been good.
Yeah,
the matches have been amazing, and there is still some fan interaction, but it's not every match like it used to be. Now it's like it's picking and choosing moments, which it is what it is.
There's also the whole thing with the pre-show matches. When they first started doing them, we had the tag team championship match, we had the prospect championship match, we had the addicts championship match. We had all of these, big, matches with consequences. To be perfectly honest. And lately they've been, here's Casey Clay versus Jake Lindsay.
Well, and I felt this one was good because it was Casey's return. Like, we haven't seen Casey in a while.
No, and it was a good match.
It was a good match. You can Casey is a little ring rusty, but he still looks great.
He had the beard back.
Yes, and let's be honest, that's the real reason why he was gone. Yeah, he has to have the beard. That's the power. That's where the power comes from. It was a little ring rusty, but it was still good. I loved the finish, that claysecution, clayway, whatever. I always forget which way it's called. It is claysecution. Yeah, I always forget. I switch them a lot.
Yeah.
The air that him and Jake got on that was just beautiful.
Yeah. No, technically speaking, they're really, really good.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of agree with Greg here. They don't know who to cheer or boo because, there's so many shifting sides here at this point.
Which is why you got to be there every week to continue the storyline and know. One thing that they did it a couple of times. God, I want to say 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. Remember, they used to, before the intro video, they used to have a previously on.
Yeah.
And it would show last week. Just little highlights. It was maybe a minute long. Mm-hmm. And it was just highlights of what happened last week. I think if they brought that back, that would help a lot.
Yeah.
For people who aren't there every week. and who don't listen to us, which, fuck you if you don't listen to me. But no, I think that
somebody
would
was
help
listening
people.
to you, but we'll get to that when we get to last week's show.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But no, actually, that would be kind of cool. It's like I can almost imagine even having the epic voice guy kind of person.
Oh, yeah.
Previously
Exactly.
on Metroplex Wrestling.
Previously at MPX. Yeah, something like that would be great. But no, this match itself, I thought it was good. It was good to see Casey back out there. It's always good to see Jake because, again, he gets, for as young as he is, he gets better and better. And he's one of those that he's a big guy, and most big guys aren't necessarily that good. And I don't mean that disrespectfully.
Especially when they're starting out.
Exactly. What I mean is, like, you got someone like Angel. Angel is a phenomenal big guy. He really is. Mm-hmm. He's very agile. He doesn't get to use it a lot.
Because everybody wants him to just be Yokozuna.
And I feel like the thing with Jake is he gets to show a lot of his athleticism. He gets to show a lot of his charisma. He gets to show how much he's learned and how young he is. And it's always great to see him more and more. Mm-hmm. And I think we've been very fortunate being at MPX and him being kind of, a graduate and being with the Suns, him and Red. Let's be honest, if we're looking at the track record of MPX and stuff like that, they probably have done the most shows, maybe. Like him and Red seem to always be there, which is great.
Yeah. And that was actually, like you said, really, really great match. Then after that, we had Tommy Dean versus Angel Camacho. Both guys just coming off of major title losses. Angel losing his title to Exodus Prime once again.
Yep.
And Tommy Dean, failing in his challenge against Tatum Manning.
Yep.
And
which, I guess let's be honest. Yes, Tommy Dean failed in that challenge, but he kind of did put Tatum on the shelf. It's kind of a win, is it not?
That's true. That's true.
That's why.
Well, I guess karma came back for Tommy then.
Well, but that's part of the thing is. So we're sitting here and everyone's like, "Oh, who's going to be the number one contender against Tatum when Tatum's healthy and stuff like that?" Why shouldn't it be Tommy Dean? Tommy Dean's technically the one that put him out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He had a chance last week to work his way up to that, but we'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah.
But Tommy Dean versus Angel Camacho. This match was it was really good. It's like you were saying, Angel Camacho, it can move.
I did like this better than their last matchup, which was what, 3 or 4 weeks ago?
I think so, yeah.
Like, it was very recent to this, and I was like, a rematch already? Why? But it made sense, like you said. Lost the Addicts title. Tommy lost the MPX title. This is now for the contendership to fight the Prospect champion. And I did think this match was better as far as the match laid out itself, because it was more even. Like the first one, Angel kind of dominated. Tommy got a little here and there, but not a lot. In this one, Tommy got a lot more action, and I thought it was good. Yeah.
And it's like Tommy Dean coming away with a win on that, and where he was able to face the Prospect champion the next week.
Yep.
Sort of.
It's Prospect champion. Remember Freebird rule.
Yeah. But then we had a singles match. Kari Wright, still a heel. It wasn't really all that big a revelation of a turn.
No.
When he turned on Exodus, because he was already a heel.
He was. That turn was more of just solidifying Exodus.
Yeah, it really was just like, painting Exodus. He is the face.
Which I loved that turn. I am so excited for this feud because, one, they obviously know each other so well.
Oh, yeah.
And that match is going to be amazing. Kari, I think, and there's probably a lot, but to me, whenever you're doing most underrated at MPX, Kari is always my number one.
That is true.
Kari Wright has always impressed me in the ring, no matter who he's against. He's got a great look, the charisma, his attitude, in-ring skill is amazing. Kari is one of those that I really do think you could strap a title on, and he could do an Exodus run like Exodus did when Exodus was the Addicts champion the first time and was just having 5-star match after 5-star match after 5-star match.
True.
I believe Kari Wright could most definitely do that, and I really do hope in 2023 we do get some type of Kari title run with the Addicts, with the Prospect, even the MPX title, maybe something.
Yeah,
because Kari can put on phenomenal matches.
To be perfectly honest, his tag runs at MPX have been kind of, I don't want to say lackluster, but kind of at the same time it was, because it always felt like Civil Disorder was more of the transitional champions to tell a different story. They had the belts, and then they lost the belts soon after.
Yeah, and it was, and but Kari is phenomenally talented, and going in there against Chad. Chad is someone who every time I see him, he gets better. He's someone when I first saw, I was kind of like, yeah, but he gets better and better. And I don't mind seeing him again. I do think it's a little weird just because, we don't, with Chad and Chip, because of other places they've been at as the Confident Cards, they're face heel, face heel, face heel, face heel. So it kind of to Greg's point, you don't really know where they lie.
Yeah.
In this match, you knew Chad's the face because obviously Kari's the heel. Now, when Chip came out after this, and I know I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but it makes a point.
No, I was actually going to bring that up too. So
when Chip comes out, he's going against Gabe. Well, Gabe right now is almost super face, and so it's like Chip kind of saw that, and I think that's what's smart about Chip is he saw that and he started going heel, and it works, but your partner was just kind of face.
Yeah.
So
and they came out to the same entrance even.
Right, because they are the
Confident Cards.
They're the Confident Cards, they're a tag team.
I think that's one of the things that kind of irks me a little bit. It was like, we've got the Confident Cards, we've got this tag team, and we've yet to see them at MPX as a tag team.
They've been a tag team in MPX.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
once?
I was gonna say they've been once. Yeah.
I don't remember it honestly.
But no. But yeah. Anyways, going back to Kari and Chad, great match. Again, Chad has issues here and there. But Kari is
like he's still not like super green. He's not just out of school green,
no,
but he's still young in his career.
Exactly, and it's one of those where he gets better. It's not something to where I see him and it doesn't improve or it gets worse. He always seems to get better. There's just these little things here and there.
Yeah.
But Kari, being as good as he is, covers it really well, and it was a decent match. It was good. And then giving Kari a mic, that's something that probably needs to happen a little more. As far as the Addicts go, we haven't really seen Kari be on the mic that much.
Yeah.
But when he is, it's good.
And it's like, and the thing is, I do remember early on in his career, he was didn't really have the confidence to be on the mic all that much. And so usually it was Exodus doing talking. Now he's getting excuse me. He's got that confidence.
Speaking of getting mic work.
It's been a couple weeks. Give me a break. But he's getting that confidence, and he's doing a whole lot better. If anything, I'd say he just needs to be a bit louder.
Yeah.
Project a bit more. Even with a mic, as long as you're not like eating the mic, if you have the mic down here and you're actually projecting your voice, you can actually make yourself sound really, really loud.
Right, but that's even sometimes, I don't think you necessarily need to do that. Like, one of my favorite things that Jake Roberts always said is like, why yell when I can talk softly? People are going to listen to me more. It's like Isaac.
Yeah.
Isaac.
But there's a difference.
Again, it goes with the voice. Isaac has that perfect voice.
Yeah.
To where if he talks low and soft, you're going to fucking listen because it's kind of terrifying. But Kari
has kind of a soft voice.
Right.
To begin with. There are some people who it's just, it's like with Sebastian Envy. Sebastian Envy has a very soft voice.
Yeah.
So, it's like if he's got a microphone right in front of him and he's able to start going, then you can hear him fine. But if there's any kind of background noise, if there's any kind of, it's like he doesn't have the mic right then and there, it can get kind of, just, it's hard to hear him.
Right.
And it's like it's a problem some people have in general. I mean, there's a reason I don't do audiobooks. This one was good, and I'm liking the solidification of Kari Wright in his journey
right
now.
And like I said, I'm hoping 2023 we get just a monster heel run with Kari. Not monster as a monster like I always talk about, but just a very good heel run where he kind of I won't want to say take over for Exodus because I really do hate comparing him and Exodus so much. It's going to happen because
they were a tag
team. They've come up together. They are best friends, whatever. It's going to happen to that comparison, and I hate that, but it is. I want Kari to kind of take that role that Exodus had because I know he can excel at it, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. But then we had the match with Chip Mandalay and Gabe Wilder, and this one was pretty good. And it was kind of. I don't want to say it and mean it insultingly, kind of basic.
I mean, it was, but the thing that impressed me most about this that I remember is we know Gabe will bring it, and Gabe is very physical.
Yeah.
I've never really seen Chip give it back or be physical back. And he did pretty good.
We kind of did when he and Mikey were going up against each other when Sky had that initial turn last year.
Yeah, they were pretty good. But seeing Chip kind of, I guess it was more since he was the heel, he was the aggressor.
Yeah.
And that I've never really seen from
that
Chip
is
that
true.
much.
That is true. Having him be a lot more aggressive in the ring actually worked out really well.
And like I said, I loved how, when he first came out, he was the face. But then Gabe came out and immediately everyone shifted. And then that's when he's like, oh, okay, cool. I know what to do. And they flipped it. And I think that's brilliant when you do have someone that can do that.
Yeah.
And that realizes that because, yes, nowadays you don't necessarily need that whole face versus heel. You can have face versus face and be very good. Casey and Tommy weeks ago.
Yeah.
Both faces had a phenomenal match. You didn't need one of them to kind of go heel.
But they've always had a rivalry.
Yeah, exactly. And having Chip kind of flip that switch, be the aggressor, be more heel, kind of jaw with the fans and stuff. Thought it worked out really well. The only thing that, and I know I have no room to talk, but if Chip would to maybe shave his head, I think the look would be so much better because it's that hairline. It does draw away from it a little bit.
Are you making fun of him because he's got a?
No. It's the only reason.
I mean, we don't have any room to talk.
That's why I said I have no room to talk. But the only reason I do is because the fans picked up on it and they started saying shit.
Well, okay,
and
this was
it's
also
like,
the night with two of the worst fans that I swear. And it got worse, yes, later on for me, but I spent the whole night trying to tune them out, and I know I wasn't the only one mad at them.
I don't know. It's, again, wrestling fans are the best and worst thing about wrestling. The fact that they're talking and saying stuff, it's fans. That's what they should do. Fans need to be loud and expressive.
But these guys, okay, this was the whole thing. I don't have a problem when fans are loud and interactive and everything like that. It's when the fans are obviously trying to get themselves over rather than interact with the show. I hate that.
Yeah.
Like, I really, really got annoyed with those guys who, if they didn't like a match, they'd start cheering for Travis instead.
And I don't necessarily disagree with that. Like, I'm kind of fine with that because it's interaction, it's loud, whatever. It's the ones I hate are like when we had Shota, USA, go back to Japan. No, we don't need that.
Oh yeah, definitely do not need racism.
But yeah, that stuff where they'll talk about his hair, or they'll talk about later on because I know it made you mad, but talk about Iron Belly. That just it is what it is. It's wrestling. That's what's going to happen, and it's interaction. Yes, sometimes it does get a little personal because we are kind of friends with these people. But they're being loud. To me, it's like Eric Bischoff or Arn Harris, one of them. Boo, cheer. As long as they are making noise, that's all that fucking matters.
I think there is a limit of, it's like, when they're making noise, what kind of noise they're making. There are some that are just, it's like, they're not making noise for the show. They're making noise for themselves. And, why are they at the show? Yeah,
but I mean, in the end, sometimes we do that. We say shit just to pop each other.
Each other, or we'll say shit to pop the guys.
Yeah.
And that's fun. But that's, I do feel there's a difference. Mainly because we're not sitting there trying to be insulting to the wrestlers themselves.
Yeah.
We'll usually wait for after.
I was just going to say,
talking shit about the wrestlers.
I was like, we have a whole show to do that.
Yeah.
To piss everyone off.
But
yeah.
Yeah, Greg, I know.
Yeah, he was. But yeah, no, Gabe getting the win. It was, like I said, thought it was good.
It was good. It was a good match. It was, like I said, it was a little basic, not so much technically, basic or anything like that. It's just there wasn't a whole lot to it outside of, putting two guys against each other and putting on a good match. It was a good match.
I mean, I guess it was kind of getting Gabe back on a win streak a little bit because he has been losing a lot since the whole kind of turn.
Yeah.
So it was the kind of get that win
after this night. Yeah. But then we had that 6-man tag team match, and this one had one of the weirdest team ups that I have ever seen. but it was in a lot of ways it was two stories coming together in one match.
Yeah. So yeah, you had Schaefer and Becker and the Butcher versus the Starbruisers. Like, I don't know, what do you want to call it? I don't know, but you had Skies, Silver, and Zero, and they all came out in Dallas Stars jerseys, which I loved because Sky had the perfect one in Steve Ott. Like, if he's going to be a Dallas Star, it's going to be Steve Ott. So that was perfect. And then just like when we talked about it before, when we did the preview, to me, it was the weirdest match. Both sides, I thought, were weird matchups.
They really were.
And
I mean,
but they all worked well.
It's like Sky, Jason, and Zero made sense because insofar as we know them outside of the ring.
True.
So that one kind of fit for us.
But as far as like character-wise, didn't really fit.
It was a little weird. But it was also, you had the Zero versus Butcher, and of course Schaefer and Becker versus Sky and Jason thing kind of going on, or at least Schaefer trying to find that perfect partner again to go up against. Well, we just need to get Sebastian back.
I mean, it makes
picture, best team, best champions, best picture.
I don't know. I kind of do like the Schaefer and Becker team.
I'm not against it.
At first, I was like, why? But then they actually worked well together.
They're not horrible together.
And I liked how it's, you have Hollywood, Florida, and Hollywood, California. It does fit.
Yeah.
Like, I liked it.
The Hollywood stars.
Exactly. It was great. And then Butcher definitely was out of his element, sort of. Not out of his element, so to speak, but it definitely didn't fit.
Yeah.
But I thought the vignettes were great where Becker was all like, no, he's with us. He's got it. He knows what he's doing. And Schaefer's like, are you sure? Like, just those whole vignettes I thought were great with the entourage and them. The thing I love most about this, and people are going to hate that I point this out, but it's one of my favorite things, is Tommy Becker making the Butcher crack. That was hilarious because he's supposed to be all stoic and angry, and then he just looks and he can't help but laugh at Becker because it's Becker.
It's like it's Jim and it's Becker and it's like if you know them outside the ring even just a little bit, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it was fucking
Butcher
great.
tried his best.
But yeah, this match was good. Again, when you have multi-man matches like this, they can easily be clusterfucks.
Yes,
and that's something that these men did very well. I thought they laid out very good. The match itself, it had everything really. It was great. I'm not gonna lie, the outcome kind of did shock me a little bit.
Yeah,
I figured it would be Schaefer, Becker, and Butcher. But Zero, Sky, and Silver getting the win. It was good. It was fun.
Yeah. And then the match that, yes, of course, this is where I got mad at the fans on the side. I'm not mad at the match. I liked the match just fine. Iron Belly versus that guy, Red Chambers, in which I'm surprised there weren't people, chanting, "Where's your belt?" or something like that.
That's because only you would do that.
No, I know enough people who would do that. But
he's part of the Freebird rule. He's technically is still part of
why didn't
the
he
prospect
defend it in
champion.
this match?
I'm sorry, I know he's your friend, but does Iron Belly deserve a prospect title shot?
Then why didn't Jake defend it in his match?
Does Casey Clay deserve a prospect title shot?
Absolutely.
Does he?
Yes, because he's a two-time prospect champion, former MPX champion.
This was his return. No, he doesn't.
So?
You don't immediately get title shots.
Yes,
only
you do.
Red Chambers immediately gets title shots. That is the only one. You don't immediately just get handed and gifted title matches. Only Red does.
But no, with this match, it's like Iron Belly, coming out strong with that, and Red just, it's been a rough ride for Red and everything. So him coming away with the win on this one was pretty good. I won't lie that I wasn't in there for the latter half of the match because I was about to stuff a wet floor cone up somebody's nose.
But I mean,
sideways.
I don't know. You're saying Red's had a rough time, has he? He won the prospect title.
Yeah, and then I don't think he immediately had to give it up to the actual.
He didn't have to give it up. He chose to give it up. Red was showing his honor and allegiance to his, what do they call him, sensei? Yeah. So,
hail to the coach, yeah.
Exactly. Hey, if it wasn't for coaches, they don't win games, all right? Just saying. As a former high school football coach.
Yes, but the coach isn't the one playing, so,
But no, the match stuff was good. And it's Red. It's Red being Red, so
yeah. No, it was good.
Keep winning, Red. Good for you. I don't know what Jay's talking about. You on the downside. No, you're doing.
No. I said it was Rocky.
Well,
a rough time.
Every road is rocky.
Yeah. But then we had the Matlock versus Corey Constantine, and it was great to see Corey again.
I was going to say, it was very good to see Corey back.
I was a little disappointed that Corey's sibling wasn't there.
Is that an actual sibling?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what the Jinx relationship is with Corey. Yeah, I do miss her. But Corey, it's great to see him back. We haven't seen him in a while. God, like a long, long while. And
I mean, admittedly, he's been off winning titles.
Oh yeah, he's been killing it everywhere. He looked really good. As far as like his look and everything. Still wrestled really well. This is another one that Locke's going to bring it, and Corey can bring it too. So very physical, and it was great. And it's obvious. I mean, because of the storyline and where we're going, as soon as the match happens, you obviously kind of know Locke's going to win.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess you could have had that idea of, Mikey comes out in costume.
Or even just Mikey's music plays, distracts him, and that's how Corey picks up the win, et cetera, et cetera.
But having Locke come out, and like I said, it was really well contested.
Oh, no,
I kind of thought when it first happened, I was like, Locke's going to come out. It's going to be 2 minutes, and he's going to just destroy him. But it was a very good back and forth match.
No,
so I liked it.
It was an actual match.
Yeah, and it was great like I said, it was great to see Corey back. I hope we kind of get him back more.
Yeah. But then, of course, Matlock announcing that, basically saying, I'll see y'all at Christmas.
Yep.
And everything. So that'll be... I'm interested to see where that's going to go.
But it's Mikey B's Christmas. I don't know if he's invited to the party.
Is
Locke invited to the party?
His best friend wants to come and wish him a Merry Christmas.
I don't think he's best friend anymore. when you kiss someone else's fiance, you're not a good friend. No, you're not.
I mean,
I understand you have weird relationships, but when you kiss someone else's fiance, you're not a good friend, Matlock. It just happens.
But it's his best friend. He's just going to come wish him a Merry Christmas. That's all. That's all. It's going to be like you're going to see Matlock with the poster boards while caroling outside, saying, "Matt, Mikey, we're friends. I'm going to kill you."
It's Mikey B's Christmas. I just don't know if Locke is invited to the party.
I don't think he has to be invited.
Party crasher. God, I hate those people. What?
Sure.
I'm not a party crasher,
but then we had the main
Everyone
event.
wants me there.
We had the main event, which honestly, even if Tatum were in fighting form and everything like that, I think this should have been main event regardless, simply because of what the match was. A lumberjack match between Aaron Eagle and the Mad Prince. And it was one hell of a match.
It was very good. The only thing that bothers me, and it's very minute, and I know I'm in the minority, and I know it's nitpicking. I hate how it's uneven of faces and heels. The heels had way more people.
Yeah.
And I get, because Gabe and Hilda weren't allowed out there. They made that announcement or whatever.
Yeah.
So I get it, but it's just one of those where it's like...
Well, it was also the whole thing of, just earlier that night, Chad was, wrestling as a face.
Right.
And now he's on the heel side of
Well, it's because Chip is there.
Yeah, no, and I'm just like, maybe they should have just,
Actually, it would have been hilarious if you just had the heels faces and then Chip and Chad in the middle.
Like, what's are you going to? Our side, yeah.
But yeah, it also, I guess lumberjack matches are also kind of hard for addicts because you do have so many bodies around the ring. So sometimes it is hard to see. In previous lumberjack matches, they've kind of always taken a knee. No one really did that this time. So I thought that was a little weird. But, because obviously visually it looks, it's hard for addicts to see. And then also just poor Dalton in the middle trying to film stuff. That's what That's what I realized is because when you look over on the side he's at, there's Angel, there's Jake, there's Nick, there's all the bigger guys over there with Dalton.
Yeah.
And then, there's Ross, and everyone's out of Ross's way.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. Poor kid.
But, with the development of this one, you had Richard coming out and with the hockey stick, or at least what's left of Tony Romo.
Yeah, the RHS, the Romo hockey stick.
Yep.
Yeah. It's still hanging in there. It's still there. And it's not broken fully.
Not yet.
I mean, it's not. It's definitely not NHL regulation, but
yeah.
But yeah, Richard coming out and trying to. Well, not trying. He did interfere and did cost Prince.
Yeah.
Eagle getting the win.
Yep.
And then apparently Eagle taking it a little too far.
Yeah, definitely a little too far for Richard's taste.
Richard always had it against Mad Prince and Gabe, trying to teach him that hard lesson. It was when Eagle went after Hilda. I guess Richard has a soft side. Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew Richard had a soft side?
Yeah, well,
but he definitely didn't want Hilda, to get in there and involve. So, and then Eagle kind of turning and the boy. It's a very weird storyline. I don't know where we're going with it.
Neither do I, and that's actually what makes it interesting.
I really enjoyed the whole dynamic of Richard being mad at them and them against Richard. And now and I feel like part of it is because the Addicts chanted "hug it out." I feel like that was improv to where they actually did hug Richard, because it didn't look like they planned it, and all of a sudden everyone chanted and they just did it. So.
Well, no. The funny thing is like as they're chanting it, I'm going, but Richard doesn't hug.
Yeah.
But then again, it's a Tommy Prince hug, and apparently those are very, very comforting hugs.
I hear they're very strong.
Oh yeah, he's whitey.
But yeah, so it's very interesting to see where we go with this, because you've got Eagle, who again, like we said last time we talked about this 2 weeks ago, Eagle's has very dominated this kind of feud.
Yeah,
Eagle has not lost in a singles match against Gabe or Prince.
He's been strong this entire time, yeah.
And the only loss he technically suffered was the tag match that he walked out on that he technically didn't lose.
I mean, he lost that insofar as he was officially a part of that team.
Right.
Tommy Bolton got pinned, so therefore that's an L in the column on that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you said, you're right. He didn't take that pin. As a matter of fact, he walked out on that match. So he hasn't lost.
Yeah, exactly. So it is very interesting to see where we go with this. Does Richard actually help the boys more? Was it just a fluke and he actually is still pushing in with Eagle? Because in the end, if you remember, what was it? August or so, he brought Eagle in. Not even against the boys. He just brought Eagle in the MPX because of the old days. So. Yeah,
that is true. But that was Heat Magnets, which was a really good show. And then we had Reindeer Games, which again
we had a show.
This is going to be a little weird because neither of us were there for that.
You were getting results and speculations on what happens after.
Yep, you're not going to really get a whole lot of actual match opinions and things like that. And apparently Olivia is crying now.
Yeah, my cat can hear me.
Sorry, Olivia.
Somebody has to have the TV loud.
That's fine. Oh, they watch it on the TV? Awesome. I like it when people watch us on TV. No, I like it when people watch us on TV. It doesn't feel as,
I'm a big screen star, sir. That's the only way people should watch me.
Bug does, Kenzie does.
I was going to say I did whenever I had to call in for Tyler. So
it's like I know we did when we were over at Richard's that one time. That was actually kind of cool. It's just I'm so used to seeing us on the computer or on my phone or something like that I'm just like, that's how everybody watches us. Obviously, it's like no, people actually watch us on TV. Holy crap! But yes, last week Reindeer Games. Neither of us were there. I was out doing work. You were at a Christmas party. So we'll talk about that.
I was getting drunk.
The pre-show match was Dmitry Alexandrov versus the Buzzard Tommy Bolton. Not a bear, but
close. I can only imagine how physical this match was, given that we know Dmitry is hard hitting, and we've seen Tommy and his hard ass head. Yeah,
Tommy's a very physical wrestler.
So definly probably
apparently
give him
the Christmas or something like that.
Well, it is Christmas. So.
Yeah, I know. True.
But I would say the outcome doesn't necessarily shock me that much. Dmitry picking up the win. Again, sure, it was a very good physical, hard-hitting match.
Of all the matches, this is actually the one I was really wanting to see because this one was...
There was two I was really looking forward to that I'm definitely going to watch.
No, it's just when Dmitry was prospect champion and he went up against Jake twice, I'm sitting there thinking, why not put somebody else, put Jake in another match and put somebody else against Dmitry just to mix it up. The story came together, obviously, but So that one was really,
Give the judge all the title.
I was
shots, damn
thinking,
it.
put Jake in that scramble, and then put Tommy against Dimitri.
Yeah, that could have been interesting.
Because that would have been interesting insofar as that would have given Griffey a backup and everything.
Yeah.
So
Apparently, Dimitri was the Grinch hunter.
the Grinch Hunter, yes.
Oh, here we go. First match, Christmas. Dimitri beautifully shoved Christmas down the Buzzard Grinch's throat. Buzzard can turn a match around with one headbutt, and it's solid. Thank you, James Lindsay.
Yeah.
See, that's what we need. Addicts, just tell us what happened.
Yeah,
when we were
let
there.
us know what happened so we can comment. Because remember, we're critics. We're not actually, wrestlers. But then the first match of the actual show
Yeah, I'm
was
choosing to ignore that
the
one.
Children of the Scorn versus the Sons of Mayhem, represented by Nick Nash and Jake Lindsay, with Joe Angelo Garcia.
Try
with
again.
them. Huh?
Try again. Sons of Mayhem.
Yeah.
The Judge, Jake Lindsay. Nasty Nick Nash. And the prospect champion, Joe Angelo Garcia.
I'm not a live reporter there anymore, so,
See, now you're going to be like me. You're just going to start throwing jabs, and Richard's going to message you. It's going to happen. But yeah.
Just because I've gotten over it and have a plan going forward doesn't mean I'm not still a little,
Yeah, give it 2 weeks. You'll get over it.
I
did.
know, yeah. But it's like, first off, finally, Nick Nash was wrestling.
I know. I'm sad I missed it.
Yeah. I was like, how
That's-
often have we been saying, let Nick wrestle? Let Nick wrestle? Remember how I said somebody was listening?
Yeah. I mean, apparently Nick Nash landed a monster bulldog off the top rope. Nice.
That's
That's a good Rick Steiner
I
reference.
heard something about that, and I'm just like, damn. Well, it is Nick Nash, and
Yeah.
when he does actually get to do more, he does really good.
Yeah, he does. I can only imagine how good this match was because, we obviously know Children's Corner are a great tag team.
Should watch
Jake
it
is
Friday
good.
on the
Yes,
network.
I will because I want to see Nick. I want to see him more, and I also, I like all four of these guys.
Yeah.
Everyone knows how much I love Gabe. But yeah, I can assume how good this match was, and it was great to see Nick back in the ring. Hopefully, we get to see more of that.
Yep. But the Children of Scorn walked away with the win on this one. I guess having their father back in their life put them on a better path, and now
maybe they got some, maybe they got a little talking to, and
But then
everything's
again,
okay.
when they were fighting individually is when they were losing the most. When they were tag team, they were actually doing just fine.
That is true.
Family matters. Great show.
Unless your family's toxic, and then it doesn't. But
Yeah, true. That is very true.
that's
Yeah.
not personal, by the way. My
No,
family
no,
is
no,
great.
no.
I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Only because Hilda did not want 2 Christmases.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the case.
I like that. Tilda didn't want 2 Christmases.
But you get double presents.
Yeah. But then we had the singles match after that of Casey Clay taking on Johnny Cove.
Feel like I've heard the name.
I know.
Mullet Daddy is what he calls himself.
Mullet Daddy.
Yeah. No. I automatically dislike you. I'm sorry.
Now I understand.
You had me.
Now I
with-
understand the post on the addicts group of Jackson's was better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had me with the name. Name's cool. I like Johnny Cove.
Yeah.
You lost me with the mullet daddy. I can't. Sorry. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of mullets. I love Jackson to death. Hated the fucking mullet. Just don't. We're no longer in the early 90s with Billy Ray Cyrus. Don't wear a fucking mullet. It looks dumb.
It's coming back. I mean,
No.
you've seen Matt Locke. He's starting to get.
Yeah, and I fucking hate it. Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry. Matt Locke, I love you to death. I hate your fucking hair, and I hate your fucking camo pants. I'm not a fan of camo in general. I absolutely hate
Oh, geez.
camo.
Good thing you didn't know me in college and high school then.
You thought you were a Columbine kid. They wore camo? Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, fuck them. Hate camo.
There's a
I
reason
knew you.
stopped
I knew
wearing-
you had the trench coat.
Yeah, it's like
but
I did wear the trench coat all the time. I either wore all black or I had camo.
fucking unless you're.
But that's because my dad was in the army and I was
I was
ROTC.
gonna say
So
unless fine, ROTC makes sense. In wrestling, if your gimmick is the fucking Barry Windham the Stalker, cool. Your camo makes sense. If you just wear camo for no reason, you're fucking dumb. Fucking hate it. Camo shorts on John Cena, fucking stupidest thing in the world. All right, done with my camo rant.
good thing I wear pants on show days and he doesn't see the camo shorts, camo cargos I wear.
Yep.
But
It's like Haley Joel Osment with a mullet.
Oh my!
That is a weird image.
Like, okay, hold up though. Like, current kind of big fat Haley Joel Osment, or like a little kid Haley Joel Osment. Like
Haley Joel Osment still looks like a kid,
but he's really big.
Yeah, true. That's stress. It's like with
okay, I guess I can get behind hockey mullets. Yeah, I can get behind that. Those are okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Yager made that amazing. So
yeah. Can you imagine Casey Clay with a mullet?
God,
I mean, we already call him Jackson's little brother in a lot of ways anyway.
Nope.
So
no. Another great analysis from James Lindsay here.
Yeah.
This was a great higher paced match, and Casey caught a bloody nose early, but pushed through it to get the win. Nice, thank you, James.
Very nice. Appreciate it, James.
We're just gonna let James say all the stuff.
No, but speaking of Matlock, we had Matlock versus Red Chambers.
This I was really looking forward to because these matches are always great. Mm-hmm. This is one of the feuds that wasn't a feud that should have been a feud.
I agree. And I did love the whole thing of it's like Red being like, I want the cool match. I did not get the cool match. He's like, and I'm just like, yeah, we all know why. It's post-chop stress disorder.
So apparently it's Haley Joel just in the face. So okay. I get that.
Okay, yeah. So it's I was gonna say it's like still Haley Joel. Yeah.
Okay. Lock and Red I would assume would be great.
Yeah.
Apparently because I was not there, some girls got kicked in the face.
Oops.
So yay!
Yeah, you're supposed to be the shield.
Apparently I was supposed to be there to catch fucking Red. I'm sorry, I was getting drunk at a Christmas party. But yeah, that was next week you can kick me in the face, Red, when someone throws you over.
We'll see. But Matlock won this because Mikey B interfered, which means, of course, he interfered to attack.
Well, I guess. Hang on, James. What happened?
Yeah, what happened, James? Damn, we should have invited him to be our third.
There's a 10-second delay, so it'll come to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm assuming because of interference, that means a DQ win. We'll see in a second. But yeah, again, Matt and Red, every time they go out there is great. I can only hope, because I know Red wrestles with a shirt a lot now.
Yeah.
I at least hope he got pulled a little bit to get a shot. Because
that was the greatest little
that was
wave.
the greatest thing about Lock and Red is just making his chest purple.
That ripple you got, yeah.
And
of course, Red's going to see this later and be like, fuck you guys.
Oh, yeah.
He had a good couple of thick handprints on his chest.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure
nice.
he had a nice little fucking shin on his back, too. Mm-hmm. Because there's something... Lock is hard anyways. Lock hits hard against everyone. But there's something about when he sees Red, it just seems he hits way harder. Mm-hmm. It's like he absolutely hates that man.
Yeah. But I thought he hated Tommy Dean.
He does. He
still does hate
verbally.
He verbally hates Tommy Dean. He actively will show he hates Red.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it's the whole Wendy's. That's it, and most people don't know this. Matlock absolutely hates Wendy's fast food. Really? That's probably why.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Frosties, worst thing in the world to him.
Yeah. And then there was the 12 Days of Christmas MPX.
No, I'm waiting for the goddamn James Lindsay to talk about Lock and Red.
Well, he'll talk about it. Although I did like on the on Red's post about it, I was like, I even showed the picture. He's like, I'm a different man now. It's like, we'll see. But when I was talking about the post-chop stress disorder, Tommy Prince came back with, sorry. Like, you're forgiven, Tommy. You really are.
All right, James, what you got? Red got chopped over the railing. It was great. Locke only took on Red and chopped him heavily, but Locke made sure the rest of the Sons got a few chops throughout. Oh, nice. Right when Matt was going to get the win, ex-BFF ran and ruined it. Thank you, James.
Yeah. So thank you very much, James. We should have invited him to come be.
I was going to say, today. James, we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit. Just go ahead and type up the 12 Days of Christmas.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Because actually, the things I have heard about this match were absolutely fantastic. I think one of the most over things at MPX right now is the entourage. I know LP. He's like, LP and Sapo can't wrestle right now for physical reasons.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. Lately, we've seen the entourage minus Sapo. I miss Sapo. Was Sapo there?
Sapo was there.
Yay, Sapo was
there. And he actually apparently did some stuff too.
Oh shit!
It's like I kind of want to see the entourage wrestle, like not just Schaefer. I love Schaefer in the entourage.
Wrestle?
Apparently he's in
okay,
training.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
As a matter of fact,
I want him to wrestle while filming though.
Something about Paulie getting a sidewalk slam.
Ooh.
or didn't
I think it was a sidewalk slam.
something
Yeah.
like that. He did a move, so yes, he can wrestle at least
Nice.
a little. Then again, I can do a move, so
Yeah, but no, from the things I've heard when I was talking with Sky about this Sunday, it sounded really fun.
Yeah.
And the idea was always great. The Troll Days, Christmas, presents, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed amazing. And I know one thing that was super exciting. Apparently, Schaefer got slammed into tax. So that's kind of shocking because I know Schaefer absolutely hates that.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're a sadistic fuck who
Yeah.
likes getting thrown on the tax. Speaking of sadistic fucks, apparently Sky took it to the face in tax. So
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Why, Sky? Why?
just close your eyes. You're fine. Wait till I talk about the death match, and then you'll be like, "Why, Sky? Why?"
Yeah. No. No. I've heard stories.
Oh, I can show you a clip.
Oh.
It involves needles.
No.
I know. I knew that would get you.
No, thank you. No needles for
But yeah,
strange fact, I hate needles, but I'm trying saving up to get tattoos. So,
well, it's weird. So I can give injections. I can get tattoos. Don't fucking draw my blood and don't give me injections. I hate that shit. But I can do the others. I don't know. It's
what
weird.
a great match. Plenty of action in and out of the ring. These gifts played a big part, though, throughout. A bowling ball was thrown into a couple of guys. Ow!
Nice.
And Sapo had a fantastic jump from the top turnbuckle.
Hey, the frog is being the frog.
Yep. And so that was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I heard one of the presents was apparently wrapped in wrapping paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the one that was great that Sky told me about. Is he pulled it out and apparently I think it was a bat with Christmas lights,
Yes.
and they actually lit up, which was cool.
Nice.
And then Tommy took his present, unwrapped it, and it's just more wrapping paper. So that sounds awesome. That seems like a perfect spot for Tommy Becker because Tommy can pull off being serious, but what Tommy is golden and great at is comedy.
That was one of the best things about the Impact players / Larger Than Life is the fact that it's like they were the bad guys, but they were also just the goofiest. When they were Bulk and Skull during the Power Rangers shows, that was perfect for them. Absolutely perfect for them.
Those three men, Ryan, Dave, and Tommy, are so funny in and out of the ring. And just even in the ring, like you said, just the goofiness they would play off each other was great. But the thing I loved about them the most, and I've said it before with wrestling, I love when characters can do complete 180s. So even though they are funny and comical, when they go vicious and angry and mean, they pull it off, and it's amazing.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's this part now. This match was truly a 2 versus 5. The entire entourage had their shining times. We saw Jason with his old mask back on.
Oh, shit.
And it reinvigorated him to push through and propel the Lost Boys to a win.
So the Hardacus Mac came back for Silver.
Something like that, yeah.
Easy Silver. Oh, man.
Man.
That Silver's always vicious. That's great.
And
weird?
very Lost Boys versus the World vibes, and the Lost Boys showed why they're the champs again.
Yep. Nice.
And that's one of the big things. It's like I'm absolutely loving the Lost Boys as champions, but I'm also very glad that we're getting other tag teams against them. Like even if it's thrown together, like Becker and Schaefer, very fitting. Very fitting. Even though I was also kind of hoping for Mikey B and Michael Schaefer. Because the
'cause
stars.
the whole movie music,
yeah. But at the same time, I'm
Mikey's
not
got
mad
other
at
things.
this one. This one works.
maybe Tommy's got a pretty face. Maybe he can get in the movies.
And he's doing the model thing almost,
Exactly.
Yeah, hello, Rocky. Come on up.
So
There we go. Yeah. But so Lost Boys retain, and that was pretty good. The next one was Clayton Bloodstone versus Mr. Legs. Now, we haven't seen Clayton in a while, but he's been tearing it up, apparently.
I love your last name. Don't like your first name.
The thing is, given what his gimmick is, I'm wondering if he got that name from Tarzan, the Disney movie.
Can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hunter, Clayton.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
From the clips I've seen of him, seems good. Kind of sad I missed him live.
It's like we'd seen him as Clayton Bloodstone at MPX once before, but I think
Last year.
his confidence wasn't all there yet because he had
Right.
just started the Clayton Bloodstone gimmick.
Yeah.
Because he was Tristan Thorne beforehand.
Okay, yeah, I remember that one.
And even then, that was a very much a first gimmick kind of thing.
Right.
Which he was not entirely, he was the Venom.
I was going to say, that was the
Holly.
symbiote thing, right?
Yeah, he did the symbiote thing, and that was okay.
Yeah.
But then he started doing the Craven thing, and that's actually worked out really well for him. It's,
So you're saying he's a Spider-Man fan?
I think so, yeah. Although I would have loved to see the symbiote versus Brick.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Fight of the symbiotes.
Yeah,
Speaking of, Brick is upset that y'all have not
What?
decided to acknowledge his presence.
Oh, no.
What?
Brick, we miss you. We do, actually.
I really do.
I'm
just afraid to mention your name because apparently I always say something wrong and you're going to kill me and I don't want to die.
I was a little sad when I saw his post about how it was his he had his final singles run in for 2022 at MPX. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
I definitely want to see the Innocents more. But
I was going to say, I get it's December and people are doing all these, it's my last match of the year, blah, blah, blah. And I get that, and some are actually taking time off in January and February.
Yeah.
But seeing all these posts come out, I'm like, I'm kind of sad.
Yeah.
Like, Tommy Dean's taking a break, which is, again, these guys deserve it. They really do. Especially when they go as hard as Tommy Dean, as Malico, Aaron Mercer, all these guys who have gone really hard and taken time off.
You know what? We're going to take a little bit of time off at the beginning of the year.
Which is good. You deserve it. It's just it does make me sad as a fan because, again, fans are the worst and best thing about wrestling. We are selfish. We want to see you all the time.
But, okay, so James says, Legs dominated this match once Lenny and Randy got pumped up. Great match to bring the Addicts back from the break and get everyone pumped up for the second half. Legs Nation is alive and well. Hashtag Legs Nation.
Hashtag Randy's a cheater.
But honestly, I was like Clayton. I was like, heck, he was even recently on AEW with Izzy James.
Oh, nice.
In a tag team against, I want to say, Best Friends? No, not the Best.
I was gonna say Best Friends, Beaver Boys, the new Embassy, whatever the fuck they're called now, with Brian Cage and Khan.
Yeah.
One of those dominant tag teams, Dark Order, whatever.
I could totally see that.
Yeah.
But, it's like, so he's doing really good for himself and doing really good on the scene.
Yeah.
And from everything I've seen, he has gotten that confidence as Clayton Bloodstone, and it's just working really well for him. So a lot like when Skip became Phil, and, suddenly he was doing a whole lot better as a character and everything. So, just found something that fit him a whole lot more and worked it.
Nice.
Then we had the MPX Addicts Championship match, which is the other match that I really wanted to see. But,
yes.
Like I said, I wasn't there. So, Aaron Eagle, Exodus Prime.
I think the thing I want to see most about this, I know the match itself is going to be great because you got two talented guys who really understand how to put a wrestling match together. I just want the pose down. Because they would do so well against each other.
And luckily, Liliana did keep the time for this week. It was 41 seconds this week.
Yeah, for Eagle, but what about Exodus? Exodus can hold that one, too.
He can. Yeah, especially
And then holding the title up and everything, He could have gone longer than that, probably.
Yeah, see a pose off between the two of them.
Oh, yeah, it'd be great.
But this match, from everything I heard, it was physical, it was technical, it was beautiful to watch.
Yes.
And given what happened earlier in the week,
I mean, technically it was filmed earlier. It got released later.
Yeah.
Talking about Exodus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like him being able to still stand up and actually go up against Aaron Eagle. That was...
I think the thing I love about that is because, we said it last year, Exodus is amazing. That guy can go anywhere he wants, really.
Man doesn't know the word failure.
He really doesn't. He never stops. And he's determined to do everything. And Exodus is amazing. If it wasn't, which I guess might piss a lot of people off with this, the Addicts disappointed me a lot last year with the fan voting because Exodus fucking deserved Wrestler of the Year. He really did. But this year they voted kind of smartly. All the way through. Yeah, that's what I was going to get to. Last year, it really was kind of a popular contest. This year, it was more in line to what I actually thought
As
should win.
as
now,
critics, as analysts,
there's a couple where I'm like, really, guys? But that's fine, whatever. It's fan awards.
got to let them make the choice. Yeah.
I don't really like. I know it's weird for me to say because I'm the one who had the idea and I go and I say this, but I don't really like fan awards because it's popular contest.
Yeah.
But again, I like the interaction with fans.
I really do appreciate the engagement.
But yes, this match is probably going to be amazing when I watch it on Friday.
James says you could have told me it was 2 AEW guys going after it, and we wouldn't have known the difference. Great match all around.
Yeah, which makes total sense because ever since Eagles come back, he's got this rejuvenation and this revival of trying to bring back what he had. And I dare say, because I've seen clips of his older stuff in PCW, I think he's gotten better. I really do. Like this Aaron Eagle, it's probably because older, wiser, stuff like that. But it's also
moving a little more deliberately.
His look is better, moving deliberately. Like everything is great. And then Exodus is amazing.
Yeah. And then we had the MPX Prospect Championship match, which was supposed to be Tommy Dean versus the Prospect Champion, JD Griffey. But apparently somebody listened to you. Yeah. And, JD sent Joe to go and, defend it for him.
Exactly. Why not?
Well, I mean,
Send the number 2. You don't always need to fight the battles as a general. You can send your lieutenants out.
But, JD's the one who's actually still the champion and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least he's more than just a paper champion like we had last year.
You really, really do have a problem with this, don't you?
Just a little bit.
I enjoy it because I really do feel like it's going to come to a thing that it's going to be Joe, Jake, they're going to get the 4 defenses, and it's going to be Jerome to cash in. And that's where Red turns. That's where Red cost him the cash in.
Or maybe it'll be all the way to, Red does get that 4th defense, and then he takes the belt. Won't give it up. Yeah. Takes it and cashes it in himself.
I can see that either way. Either way, I'm all for this storyline because I do like the Freebird rule with tag titles with this because it's a surprise. It's that element factor that you can't really defend against. Yeah. So.
But, so, obviously it's Joe Garcia and it's Tommy Dean, so that means it was, a very quick match.
You mean fast-paced, not, it was 2 minutes and that's it.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, it was just... From everything I've heard. Since they would be proud, I think he's trying to get rested up so that he can have full strength to take on Tater Nuts and take the belt.
There we go.
I mean, last time he went up against Tatum for the MPX Championship.
I was going to say, that's the second time I've saw this. Tater Nuts a thing?
Tater Nuts is apparently a thing now. It's no longer, that's what we're trying to do. It's not even Tater Tots anymore. Yeah. It's Tater Nuts.
Okay.
I think that's because there's a certain member of security who's in the back yelling that all the time.
Probably. But
love you, Rusty.
They don't watch this.
I know.
But yeah, no, I think that would be interesting. Again, like I said, I'm really curious to see where we go with this whole 4 prospect defense thing because I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yep. And that was the show that was from last week. This week we've got, like I said, it's mostly just a bunch of who's going to be there. It's going to be Angel Camacho, looked like Onyx Camacho.
I was going to say, you didn't write these down?
I didn't. The person who normally does what
production failed.
But
pull up the poster.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up the poster real quick.
Well, we know Mikey B will be there.
Yeah.
Apparently, Matlock said he's going to crash.
Yeah.
So
we'll see where that one goes.
Pretty sure I saw Children Scoring on there.
Yep.
I saw Cody and Tyler, which I thought was very weird. Cody and Tyler on a poster. I like it.
They're taking time from Christmas.
I like it. So but I thought it was interesting that they were on the poster. Yeah. But I do like it.
But
I'm pretty sure the Sons will be there because again, that ring was willed to them. It's there, so they're always going to be there.
That's what you said.
R.I.P. Kirby.
But there's also, like I said, Angel Camacho.
Yeah. Sky was on there. Mm-hmm. Sky and Exodus, which I thought was weird because they're not in the boxes. They're literally standing on the poster.
Let's see. Phil Noir will be there. Kari Wright will be there.
Really?
Yeah.
Phil?
Yeah, Phil will be there.
So that means we're going to have a mystery at Christmas?
Maybe Dragon Astral will be there.
Chili Dragon?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not an actual thing. That's what I remember.
Kari Wright,
Kari,
Chad
good.
Delvine.
All right.
That
means Chip too, right?
Chip's there
Okay,
too. Yeah,
good.
Chip's there too. Don't know that I recognize the other gentleman there.
Is that 7 foot monster? Is that Bo? That 7 foot monster from DFW All Pro?
Might be.
Okay.
I mean, that'd be cool.
Maybe.
So yeah, it's like we got a nice full lineup here, but we
Schaefer?
don't have Schaefer, which
Sammy?
means maybe the entourage.
Yeah.
If Mikey's going to be there, we're going to have Sammy there, and Exodus is going to be there.
Why is if Mikey's there, Sammy has to be there?
I mean, it's the party. She's going to be with her guy now, right?
Oh, you said Mikey. I was thinking Locke. My bad. I was like, that didn't make sense.
No.
I got confused for a second.
He's there. He's on the list. Matt Locke is actually on the list, so he's going to be there.
Okay.
So he got an invitation.
I don't know who invited him, but all right. Mikey's not going to be happy about that. And this is also, it's on the poster. Someone sponsored this. The whole event.
Michael Dennis
Yes.
sponsored the whole event.
That's amazing.
Now, mind you, this is going to have a special start time
Yes.
this week because although it actually says 7:30 bell time is normal, I thought it was going to be at 5 p.m. That's what I'd heard.
Bell is 5.
Yeah.
Season pass is 4:15. Regular is 4:30, I believe.
Yeah. So, I guess whoever made the poster missed that bit.
Yeah.
But, it's going to be earlier in the day, so you're not out late on Christmas.
And it's going to be fucking cold.
And it's also going to be on a Sunday rather than a Saturday. So people can have Christmas Eve, not have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Considering the traffic that there usually is on Christmas Eve to begin with, that makes perfect sense.
Right.
And then, of course, the next week, we're going to have Retroplex Wrestling. I'm looking forward to that so much.
Yes. Super excited. New Year's Eve, right?
New Year's Eve.
Yes.
I think it's also on a Sunday.
No, Saturday.
It's a Saturday?
Yep.
Okay.
New Year's Day is the 1st because we are closed Monday, which is the 2nd. So, okay. Anyways.
Well, apparently, it's like I've worked retail my whole life, so it's like apparently Monday is also going to be coming Monday is also going to be a day off for a whole bunch of people.
Yes, I'm off on Monday. I'm off Friday and Monday.
You're on off on the 26th. And it's just like apparently that's a thing for people who don't work retail.
It's real Christmas, goddammit. But no, that card's going to be great because I know we hate comparing things, but it is going to compare it a lot to the emo Christmas.
Yep.
So I'm kind of curious how
we're going from
boy
emo
band
music to pop
poppy
music.
we get. So it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to see what Mikey does.
I'm going to say it's definitely going to make me miss the emo crew because no Byron, no James, no Lizzie, no Dave.
Maybe someone will crash. Maybe somebody will make this emo.
Yeah. Byron shows up, looks around.
No, I was just.
I like ours better.
Matt Locke can make it emo.
Oh yeah, true. You can make it very emo.
He could.
Yeah, at least for Mikey.
But yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be exciting. Like I said, I like the card, or at least the people
lineup.
We see that are going to be there.
The lineup.
Because you know me, I already start looking at it. I'm like, oh, this person would go against this. Oh, this match will be cool. So,
and of course, with Retroplex Wrestling, we also aren't really going to know what's going to go on there because they love to have that be surprises for the addicts. So,
see your addicts be your favorite wrestlers from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
So,
from any point in time, I mean, honestly.
But again, it's a retro show. Don't do fucking something current. Don't be Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Unless you're Richter, that you could. Already,
yeah,
that was already given.
Richter Reigns.
That was already given.
Perfectly allowed to show back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just no Lean Ambrose.
Probably not.
Nope. Maybe Meth Rollins this time.
Who?
Meth Rollins.
Meth?
Meth Rollins, yeah.
Who the fuck is on meth?
That's Zero.
Oh God.
He made a big deal about that. It's like he wanted to come out that one Rumble when
when Leva did it?
Yeah.
Oh.
He wanted to come out as Meth Rollins.
Okay.
And got told, no, Leva's going to come out as Leva Rollins.
Totally missed that. All right. Yeah. Would have never pegged Zero to look like a meth head, but I guess.
But, it's like maybe. Yeah. But
apparently everyone is saying Sammy invited Matt Locke.
Oh.
By everyone, I mean Greg and James.
Yeah. I mean, well, I think
that's how rumors get started, so therefore everyone said it.
Yep.
It's true.
Everyone said it. All it takes is a couple people. But, Sammy's +1.
Oh, shit. We can bring +1s to this?
Don't you already? I mean, you are the one who drives, right?
Oh, yeah. I technically bring +2.
So yeah, that's going to be an interesting lineup for the show. Thanks for bearing with us through this very awkward.
Thank you,
episode.
James Lindsay.
Thank you, James Lindsay, for filling us in.
The unofficial third member of the show.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, unfortunately, the person we keep getting told we need to have as a constant third member, it's a hell of a drive for him too, and he doesn't want to drive all the way out here from Allen.
I was going to say which one.
Victor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, there's that one, there's Cole, there's Austin, R.I.P. Austin. So,
Ghost.
he is.
But we'll see y'all later, ladies and gentlemen. Mark out.
See y'all Sunday. I almost said Saturday. I remembered. Merry Christmas. Be safe. It's going to be cold.
Oh, yeah. Jeez. It's going to be super cold.